It started like any other Friday night. Our friends had invited us to dinner at that new upscale restaurant downtown. I was excited. I like these dinners, the laughter, the stories, the sense of community. I work hard, juggling long hours at my job, but I never minded it. I like to provide, even if it doesn't make me rich. She arrived wearing a dress I hadn't seen before, looking perfect. Too perfect. Hair done just right, subtle perfume, that confident smile that always used to make my heart skip. But lately, I'd noticed a distance, a coldness creeping into her voice, her eyes drifting elsewhere, lingering too long on other men at gatherings. I tried to ignore it, telling myself it was nothing. We joined our friends at the table. The night started well enough. Small talk, laughs, polite conversations. I was telling a story about a project I had finished at work when she interrupted, smirking. "Wow," she said loudly, loud enough for the whole table to hear. "All that hard work for that paycheck?" The laughter from our friends was immediate, the polite kind, but I felt it like a punch to the gut. I froze. My story caught in my throat. I felt every ounce of effort, every late night, every sacrifice, reduced to a joke in front of people I trusted. I tried to laugh it off. "Hey, it's honest work," I said, forcing a smile. She leaned back, arms crossed, grinning, enjoying the attention. "Honest, sure. But honestly, that paycheck barely covers half the bills. Maybe I should be dating someone with a real salary," she said, the words dripping with mockery. I sat there, stunned. I didn't know whether to feel anger, humiliation, or disbelief. Our friends were exchanging awkward glances, some shifting in their seats, unsure how to respond. The woman I had married, the person I trusted, was using my livelihood as a weapon to embarrass me in front of everyone. I tried to speak. My voice sounded small, almost pathetic. "That's not funny." She laughed, leaning forward, placing her hand lightly on someone else's arm at the table. The flirtation, subtle but unmistakable, felt like another stab in my chest. I realized in that moment that this wasn't just about money. She had been dismissing me for months, and now she was showing it openly, proudly, in front of people I cared about. I wanted to leave. I wanted to storm out, but I stayed, keeping my composure, because I wanted her to see that her words didn't control me. That night, I was learning a hard lesson. Humiliation can't break you if you refuse to let it. Later, when the laughter died down and the table returned to conversation, I excused myself. I went to the restroom and pulled out my phone, trying to calm the storm of emotions inside me. That's when I saw it. Messages from a number I didn't recognize, texts that had been hidden from me. Flirty, secretive, planning meetings at lunch, late nights, just for work. The puzzle pieces finally clicked. She wasn't just mocking me, she was cheating. I sat there stunned. Betrayal doesn't always come with a confession. Sometimes it comes in small humiliations, in whispered messages, in the coldness you've been ignoring for months. I returned to the table, my mind made up. I didn't confront her that night. I finished dinner, collected my things, and walked out quietly. She noticed, of course, her smile faltering as she realized I wasn't angry anymore. I was done. Over the next few days, I gathered evidence, texts, photos, small details she had left behind in her haste or arrogance. I confirmed what I already suspected. She had been seeing someone else for months. The paycheck mockery wasn't just cruelty. It was a warning, a signal that she no longer respected me, that she didn't care about my feelings. I didn't rush into confrontation. I waited, planning, observing, ensuring I had everything in order. When I finally confronted her, it wasn't dramatic. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I simply laid out what I knew, calmly, with proof. I showed her that the trust she had destroyed was gone forever. She cried, apologized, begged for forgiveness. She said she didn't mean it, that she had made a mistake. But her laughter at that dinner, the way she flaunted her disregard for me in front of everyone, it had left a mark that no apology could erase. I filed for separation shortly after. The process was clean, quiet, and deliberate. She tried to charm her way back, tried to convince me she had changed, but I had already learned the truth. Betrayal isn't just about what they do behind your back. It's about the subtle ways they demean you in public, the little humiliations that strip away your dignity over time. Now, months later, I can look back at that dinner and see it clearly. That night wasn't just a humiliation, it was a wake-up call. It was the moment I realized she had stopped caring about me entirely. The paycheck joke in front of friends was the final straw. I don't miss her. I don't resent myself for staying too long. I learned a harsh lesson about respect, trust, and the courage it takes to leave someone who doesn't value you. That dinner is burned into my memory, not because of the food, the friends, or the party, but because it revealed the true face of the person I thought I knew. Betrayal isn't always hidden in whispers. Sometimes it's loud, cruel, and smiling in front of everyone you love. And sometimes the only way to reclaim yourself is to walk away quietly, leaving them to face the consequences of their actions without a fight.